I put the forks on the Bobcat and I spent the last couple hours moving stuff around from the back side of the house over here onto the pad. We got a bunch of stuff stored back there. I've got some lumber that I've milled, and I've got some plexiglass or plastic for a greenhouse. We've got some plywood that we've salvaged and a whole bunch of other odds and ends and stuff that we had back there that I pulled out of there and got out of the way so I can get back there with the excavator and take this timber back there. It was a nice day today. It cleared off last night, and then it froze real hard, and it was really cold this morning and frosty and foggy. Well, I didn't get going too early. I kind of waited till it warmed up just a little bit before I got started. And the time changes today, so we have to set the clocks back, so that means that it's going to get dark here at 4 o'clock. So we only have maybe another half hour, 45 minutes of daylight here. Like I said, it's a real nice day. We'll have a little bit more light because it's clear sky, but it's going to be dark here pretty soon. I've got the excavator warmed up. I warmed it up earlier, so I'm going to see if I can snake that 6x12 timber out of there, hook it on with some straps, and then take it up around the back side of the house with the excavator. Probably set it in place, or maybe set it in place. We'll see how far we get with it. That timber's set there on the pilings. The reason I put it on there was just to get it located right so we can get those brackets put on there and welded on in the right spot. So there's still going to be some manipulating with that timber. I've got to measure it off of the rim joist of the house to get the correct distance between the rim joint of the house and this face of that timber. And then we'll get those plates put underneath there and set in the right position and get them welded on there, but that's not going to happen today. I was lucky to get this much done today. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. The timber fits perfect right on all of those pilings, just like it was made for it. That's that 24-foot timber that I cut last winter. I guess I cut that. I tried cutting it with the chainsaw mill, and then the chainsaw mill kind of self-destructed. So I put it on the sawmill last winter and cut it. I'm going to have to move that timber one more time on there and get those plates tacked down on there, and then I'll have to pick that timber up, set it out of the way while I finish welding that on there so we don't want to catch it on fire. And then once we get that done, then we can set it down on the plates. I think that's about it for today. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's a beautiful day today. A little foggy this morning, I think, but not as bad as the day before. Clear blue sky, not a cloud in the sky, just absolutely beautiful. But it got cold. It froze hard last night, and the ground's still frosty back here in the shadows. I'm not going to get much done today, not like I'd had planned. I didn't sleep very good last night. I didn't really get any sleep until early this morning and into this morning. Even when I got up, I felt like I'd been shot at and missed and shit at and hit. Thought maybe it was because I hadn't had breakfast yet, but I had breakfast and I had a good high protein breakfast. I was feeling better, but once I got out here and started moving around trying to get something done, I just don't have any energy, sweating, and just don't have any strength. I don't feel sick, I just don't have any energy or any strength. Just walking up the hill about pooped me out, so I'm really not going to try doing much. Not only is a good chance of not doing a good job at what I'm doing, but there's also a chance of getting hurt. So I want to do a good job and I don't want to get hurt. I've been hurt enough. Well, anyway, what I have done, I got that beam in there yesterday evening. Hard to get good measurements on there to get that across to the right distance from that building. So what I did is I took two 2x4s and cut them off exactly 12 feet. And then I took a couple of stub ends, short pieces, and screwed them into the rim joists around the house and into the timber there, and put those two 2x4s in there, adjusted it so that they were tight on there and square. So that gives me a nice fixed distance from the house there, nice equal distance from the house over to that timber. And now I can put those plates underneath there and get those tacked on, but like I said, I'm not going to do that today. I just don't feel good, and too much chance of not doing a good job. Just for grins and giggles, I took carpenter's level, my 4-foot carpenter's level, and set across that beam to see how it laid out, how I did cutting those timbers off, and that thing shows it's being perfectly level. I figured once I got this beam in place up here, once I got those pads welded on there and stuff, and then set the beam down, I might have to put some shims underneath that beam to level it out. There's no way I'm good enough to cut those pilings and get them all perfectly level, or have that beam be perfectly level, but I can't really see where it gets any better than that. This is only 4-foot carpenter's level, and there's a little bit of variation in this timber as it goes across there where it was cut. Let's see how we get down there where it's a little flatter. Yeah, that's showing it just damn near perfect. I'm pretty tickled with that. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, that was using the laser level to run a line across all of these pilings, level with the top of the ledger board, or the bottom of the rim joist there on the house. That's pretty doggone close. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll see how it turns out when I get those plates on there and everything, get those all welded up, but that'll work. Okay, I think I'm done for the day. Last thing I need to do is do any damage that I've got to repair or hurt myself or make myself sick, so I'm gonna quit. And I don't know, maybe I'll load the dogs up in the car and go for a nice long drive. Hunting season's over now, so we shouldn't have to fight with any of the stupid road hunters out there anymore. Well, that makes me happy. Anyway, I should feel better tomorrow. The forecast is for maybe a chance of rain tomorrow, and then we're supposed to clear off again for Wednesday before we start getting the moisture coming in on Thursday, and then there's a chance of snow, but I should be able to get this all done tomorrow. Okay, that's enough.